What up, guys? How you doing today? I'm just here spreading positivity and joy. You could call me Santa Claus the way that I'm just being all jolly and shit. But I had a few stories that I wanted to share with you guys about my encounter with homeless people. And then I got another funny story that I want to tell you guys or share with you about when my friend came down here about what happened at a Waffle House. The thing with Waffle House is all the crazy shit going on in Waffle House will make you genuinely like question Waffle House is not a real restaurant. There is no way in hell that Waffle House is real. Well, so basically what happened at the Waffle House was we drove down to the Waffle House. It was me, my good friend, and my sister. So it was like 11:30 at night. Uh Basically a football game just got out. So there was a shit ton of people there. And we get out of my car. There's a few people in the parking lot. So I, like being the retard idiot that I am, I proceeded to go up to everybody and be like, "Yo, I'm here to spread positive and joy. I'm so positive today. I hope you having a wonderful time. How was your food?" So I'm just rambling on with these random people, and they're random people and they have no idea who I am, so they just stand there and look at me like I'm stupid. That's like my favorite thing to do to people is just walk up to people and be like, "I'm positivity and joy. How are you doing this fine evening?" Like the other day, me and my friend after practice went down to Dollar General, the same Dollar General from the video from yesterday. But we went into the Dollar General and this girl was like, "I hope you guys are having a wonderful night." And I looked at her and I was like, "Yeah, we're having a wonderful night. I'm actually so wonderful right now." I was telling her that I was so wonderfully jolly that I told her that I may or may not have been Santa Claus, that I was out there with the jolly of old Saint Nick. But the only thing was about that, I also told her that, yeah, you could call me Santa Claus, but I do not watch kids like he does. But anyway, I'm going to get back on the subject. So when we were at Waffle House, okay, there are hella people there. So my friend opens the door as the gentleman that he is. You got to open the door. So it was me and my sister and him. We all walk into the Waffle House. And as I'm walking into the Waffle House, he proceeds to just out of nowhere pull this shit out of his ass. Like he is grabbing my balls and he was twisting them to the point that I may have had testicle torsion at this point. What proceeds to come out of this man's mouth when we walk into the Waffle House is he points at me and goes, really loudly. He didn't yell it, but loud enough to where majority of the people could hear us. And he just proceeds to go, he is here to meet a 14-year-old girl, which is outrageously funny. I thought that shit was funny because everybody is just sitting there and looking at us. But don't worry, it gets even better than that. He points at my sister and he goes, "She's the 14-year-old girl." My sister, not understanding that we do this stuff in public all the time, and she was like, "I'm going to join in on this joke." And then she proceeds to go tell everybody. She just goes, "Come on, man. I'm just his sister." And I thought that shit was so funny because she was like socially unaware of what the fuck was going on. And she thought that shit was funniest too. So we proceed to sit down at the Waffle House. And as we're sitting at the Waffle House, like sitting at the, not sitting on the table, we were just like chilling. And I think we were like, my sister was on her phone. We were all on our phones. So I turned my phone off and I was like, "All right, guys, we need to like get off our phones and spend some quality bonding time together. Have a good time." So my friend turns off his phone. Well, my sister didn't. So we started dogging on her for it. The same typical stuff that you do. You dog on people. And then what makes it better is I took her phone from her and then like unsocially aware what comes out of her mouth is really loudly too, and I thought that shit was funny because everybody turns around to look at us. She proceeds to go, "You fucking whore." My own sister said that to me, and I thought that shit was really funny. So then as we're leaving the Waffle House, because we were there for a little bit, and we were like, "You guys want to go to Walmart and cause some tomfoolery at Walmart, because that's all you do at Walmart is you just josh around and joke around at Walmart. That's what Walmart's for." And we were sitting there having a good time. We went into Walmart and I got yelled at. I got in a little bit of oopsie because I was decided to climb onto the display table because I thought it'd be funny for a picture, but we got in trouble for that. I didn't get kicked out, but then after that, we decided to go grab some soda, get some Dr. Pepper, some Dr. Pecker, as I like to say, and then we proceed to leave, go home, do the typical shit. So that was about the end of that story, which I still think to this day is really funny. And then I got another story for you. The other day, yesterday, it was me and my friend. I picked him up from work. We were going to go hang out. Well, we went to McDonald's, and while we were in the McDonald's parking lot, I get out of my car and I walk over to him, and I tell him to look over to our left. And you see this guy who might have been a tweaker digging around in the gravel, which I can assume that either he dropped his drugs or something, because that's a big thing in the area in that area of town. So we were like, that's funny. So we go into McDonald's. I caught some tomfoolery in there. I didn't harass any of the workers, but they were like, "Are you gonna use your McDonald's order?" And I would be like, "No." That's also a running joke. It's an inside joke of my friend group. It was about 11:30 at night when I got off for work. When I used to live in Philly, yeah, I used to live in Philly, the home of the Eagles. If we win the Super Bowl, we riot. If we lose the Super Bowl, we riot. The area that the glorious EDP did his shenanigans. I'm not an Eagles fan, so don't ever associate me. I'm not a big fan of football. I'm not really a guy of a sports kind of guy. But I got off of work one night and I went over to the McDonald's and they were like, "Are you going to be using, sir, are you going to be using the McDonald's order?" And I was like, "No." And then the guy behind the thing was super chill. I was like, "Do you guys have the Kai Cenat meal?" That was when like the Kai Cenat meal was a big thing, and I wanted to joke around about the Kai Cenat meal, so I had to go try it. That also reminds me of another story that I had encountering with a outstanding homeless individual. It was about 11:30 at night. I got off of work, and then I went down. I went down to my car. Well, there was like a bus stop near like across the street from where I worked. So as I was walking over to the bus to my car, this homeless guy was like, "Hey, you got any money?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't got no money, but I got those Boston cream pies because I really wanted some." So earlier, before I got off work, I bought like a pack of 24s of 24 like Boston cream pies. I walked over to him and I was like, "Yeah, you want some?" I ended up giving him like 10 of them. Well, I started telling everybody that I cream pied a homeless man, and it was really funny. I thought it was funny. To this day, I still think it was funny. But I got another story revolving the other day when we went to McDonald's. As we were leaving, we drove down the road a little bit. We got onto the main road. We're at a stoplight. To my left, there's like the brick thing in the middle of the road, so it's like two lanes sprinted with a brick with a stoplight. There's a guy sitting there in a lawn chair, doesn't have a shirt on. Is sitting there in I want to say cargo shorts. Yeah, he's sitting in cargo shorts. I don't even think he had shoes on, but he's just sitting there. I was so confused that I didn't know what to do. But I thought it was really funny. Those are about like the only really homeless stories that I got for you guys. But I just wanted to share something today because I'm trying to do this thing where I upload a YouTube video every day because I think it'd be really funny and I need to lock in. But I think what I'll start doing is I'm starting to learn how to edit, get better at editing. Me and my friends, we are well, we have a second channel where we make my friend has a channel where he makes like music and stuff on there. So we got a bunch of like meme music on that channel. So I'm gonna start using those as outro music. I'm not doing it on this video because I got like this other video that I'm working on. That's why this one's not as good as the one from yesterday. But we're working on a documentary video that we're gonna go do at the Dollar General about the story from yesterday. And so I was like, I'm just gonna start hopping on. About a year ago, whenever this game came out, I unlocked Interstellar, so I figured every day I'll hop on and try to get Orion. I already have all the long shots and stuff done. I got platinum on all the guns. I just got to go through and get all the headshots. So I figured I'll do like one gun or two guns every day, record some gameplay, and just tell you some funny stories. Because I'm quite funny guy. Got a lot of them. I've done a lot of dumb stuff in my 19 years of being on this earth. Quite a monkey, tomfoolery kind of guy. But basically, I just wanted to update you guys. You know, keep trying to see what I can do, see where this takes me, because I've always wanted a career in entertainment. I'm that kind of guy. We want to switch over to like a show and stuff. I want to do stuff like that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. Have a good day and stay safe, because there's bad people in the world like myself.